guys, welcome back to the Community Cares Podcast. My name is Dave, and I'm the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And my name's Chaplain Chaz Blackburn. I have the honor of being on the board of directors for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
Hi, I'm Anna, the Program Director and Board Member here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
Yeah, and so we're so excited to have our guest today. I think she is the most attractive person I've ever seen in the world.
Hey, your wife might get mad. Oh, wait, she is your wife.
Oh, wait, she is my wife. So we had other plans. We already posted who we were going to have on Community Health Alliance, but they had to reschedule, which is totally cool. We totally understand that. And we have today, my beautiful wife decided to step in because we had Faith Academy on 2 weeks ago. And we had some bad audio issues that didn't sound so great. So we wanted to change it up a little bit and give another opportunity to Faith Academy. And my wife, Nica, is the... What's your title at Faith Academy?
What's my title, babe?
A little bit of everything.
I came up with it. I don't know.
I'm the Director of Safety and Procedures, and
Okay.
I'm also the second grade teacher.
That's right. Awesome. Look at that. Yeah, good job, Nica. Good job.
Yeah.
Well, I did want to say, Oscar, if you're out there, we're Oscar Delgado. We're looking forward to seeing you on the 27th of November. That's who our special guest is going to be. And I look forward to chatting with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think that'll be great. I'm really looking forward to that. And we're going to be doing some stuff with CHA, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But we have some fun stuff coming up. Oh, man, I wish I could just spill the beans on all the cool stuff happening right now, but I can't. I'm not allowed to yet.
Was that a dad joke? Because we have coffee there. Coffee beans, spill beans.
See, it's good French press coffee, buddy. I'm just letting you know.
You never offer it to me. You wait until I had a cup over there.
Oh, man.
By
That's
design.
a sore spot.
That's a sore spot right there. It's Old World coffee, too. I like Old World.
Oh, they're so good.
Rub it in.
They're so good. Yeah.
He made me some, but he didn't let me get creamer.
Yeah,
So
creamer's not allowed.
It tastes like literal death, but...
Not allowed. So, yeah, we're really excited to have you guys here listening and being a part of what we're doing in the community. Thank you so much for listening in weekly. It is a thrill to see all the people listening and watching and all of you coming alongside what we're doing in the community, and it really matters. So let's talk a little bit about what Community Cares is and what the purpose is of the podcast. Chaz, do you want to jump in?
Oh, right as I was going to take a drink of coffee. Yes. I wanted to segue to your what you said earlier, that it tastes like death. Because I work in hospice, I think that's a good break room joke.
I'm so sorry. I regret my life choices now.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
We're all about community, right? You see in our logo, it says the little unity and community, and it's about being united and just really, bringing awareness to the resources out there and the fun events as we can get together as a community, because there's a lot of great stuff in our community.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that takes place.
Yeah, definitely. And that's part of it, right, is highlighting all these events.
Yeah, and we're even learning. I mean, every time we have a guest on, I'm always learning about what that organization is doing. So there's so much out there. So
and Anna knows most of the stuff, so that's impressive.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she does.
We're a team. We all know a little bit, and then we put it together, and it's just awesome. So.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fun.
I think that's the point, though, is,
Yeah.
we're people that utilize resources and help others utilize resources, and there's so much that we don't even know. So that's why the average person, it's really important to have these conversations.
100%. And that's what this is all about. So, and we'll get to why Faith Academy is part of that shortly. But let's get into our 3 events that we want to highlight this week. The first one is, as you guys know, tomorrow is Halloween. And so there's a lot of Halloween stuff going on. One of our partners, the National Automobile Museum, has an awesome event going on at the museum tomorrow from 3 to 6:30. And that they're going to have magicians, face painters, tricks, games, activities. It's all included in the $3 admission. That sounds like a lot of fun. That's really cool. And the Automobile Museum, I know we've said that on the show, but it is a beautiful, beautiful spot. It's so fun.
Oh, man, it is.
And they were a great partner to us with the event and everything they did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was really impressed how much Phil and the team gives back. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful. So thank you, Phil. If you haven't seen Automobile Museum, please take your family. It's definitely worth it.
Please, yeah. And it's a great local thing to do.
Exactly. You got to support local.
Yeah, they have their own podcast too, so tune in on their podcast. We were on it too. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Was awesome.
A little behind the scenes. It was fun to surprise them because I communicated correctly, but there was something mixed up somewhere. It was probably my fault. It normally is. So.
It was funny because Phil's like,
I felt so bad. I
like,
felt so
how many
bad.
Phil's like, do you want to go check out the Jurassic Park Jeep? And Lily was like, sure. I thought she'd be really excited, but I'm like a big kid. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I was
Jazz,
thinking,
I
love Jurassic Park. Like seriously, it's one of my favorites. So I was like blown away. I got to sit in the side and I was like looking for Velociraptors.
You're like a big kid in a candy store. You were.
It was awesome though. That was really special.
Yeah, I was talking shop with their tech guy who was over the podcast while you guys were doing that.
Yeah, we
saw it.
totally, yeah. We
It was
saw that.
so
We're
nerding
like,
out.
"We're outta here."
I was like, "Oh, you got some fun stuff."
We got to sign the guitar too. That was cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was fun.
We got to get a little something, not to copy Phil, but something that people could sign.
That's a good
That
point.
would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, I got some ideas. So it's a lot of fun. Definitely take your family down there. $3 is like nothing for that event, for that
For sure.
museum. I mean, magicians, the whole bit. I mean, it sounds like a big event. So definitely encourage you to go do that.
If your kids are chomping at the bit, waiting to go trick or treating, that's like the perfect time to get them doing something, so they're not, driving you up the wall.
I think it's great to have events like this because, I feel like in my neighborhood, there's like really not that many trick-or-treaters. So having an event, a safe place to go, the museum is just awesome. It's just a great place to take them, safe place. They can get everything there. So a lot of fun.
Definitely. I think it's super cool. And let's talk about our second event. It is the Haunttober Parade and Safe Street Trick-or-Treating on Halloween night in Virginia City. They're doing a parade, events, and all sorts of trick-or-treating. I don't know how much you've been to Virginia City, but it is so fun. I love Virginia City.
Yeah.
The history.
Those wood planks that you almost trip on every time.
I don't
When
trip.
I say
Yeah,
you,
I
I
don't
mean
really,
me.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like when you
What are you
go,
talking about?
at least me, I almost trip every single time because they're so uneven. But,
Chaz, I trip a lot and I don't trip there, so
hey, whoa,
the
throwing
guest
shade
over
already.
here?
Sorry.
Oh my god.
She is your wife.
Oh my goodness! I told you. You better look out, man. She'll go after you.
sorry, I just want to join in on the banter.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a fun event as well. Any parade they do in VC, go to it, go support. And how far is the drive? It's like 40 minutes or something like that from downtown, maybe an hour.
Yeah, I didn't know this, but I guess they have an art museum in Virginia City because Andrea.
This is new to me.
Yeah,
so.
she had a friend that passed away, unfortunately, and so we keep her in our thoughts and prayers. But she went to the Celebration of Life, and they had it. And it was like a 3 or 4 story art museum there.
Wow.
That was
I
pretty
had
cool.
No clue.
Yeah, I
really
had no
cool.
idea.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, definitely support local. Go up to there and support what's happening because it's a great tourist destination, but it's also fun for locals. I don't know if it's still there, but Nica and I, on our vlog, we've done the little haunted house thing that they have up there, and it's like animatronics, and it's like $5. It's super cheap.
Yeah, it's a walk-through attraction, but it's very well done and amazing, very entertaining. Like we've done it several times, and we have fun every time.
Yeah,
so.
super fun, locally made, and you get to walk in the back of like some area store, and it's pretty big too, but it's permanently there. It's not just Halloween time, so it's like always
Yeah,
there.
if you're like me and you need spooky all year round, it's a perfect thing.
Yeah, super fun. And then the third event we want to talk about is one that is going to be happening here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. Do you want to talk about it, Anna?
Yeah, so that Community Health Alliance reached out to us. So thank you, Holly, for reaching out. We look forward to having this van. It's a mobile van that was going to be parked at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet from 9 to 4 on November 6th and November 13th. Good Shepherd Clothes Closet, that's a Monday, and usually we're open here 3 to 7, but we actually are going to open at 12 o'clock that day. So we're 12 to 7 that day, just those 2 days, so that we can see some of the clients that CHA sees. So basically, come on in. If you are a Silver Summit member, you can make an appointment to get some, just healthcare, general healthcare, like a, blood pressure, that type of thing. They're going to have vaccinations too, like flu shots and COVID boosters.
It's so cool.
So thanks so much for reaching out, Oscar. Sorry we missed you today, but look forward to meeting you. And Holly, we look forward to working with you and your team on those 2 days. So,
Yeah.
I just want to add, there was a lady, an individual who had broken her tooth, and she posted in Reno community that she really needed some help. Where could she turn? So I had responded. Compassion Dental does some work, though. They do have a waiting list, as we know from Mark, about 160 people, unfortunately, or even more. And then I put Community Health Alliance, and someone else said, they have 200 people on the list. But within 5 minutes, someone from Community Health Alliance had responded on there and said,
2 minutes? What?
I'm not kidding you. And so they're always looking out for those comments when people tag them.
Wow.
And they actually responded and said November 7th, they're partnering with Liberty Dental for a walk-in event. You have to get there early, but it's for adults. It's free dental care and pulling some teeth. Or a tooth if that's what you need, if you have a broken tooth. So you can go to communityhealthalliance.com or .org and just check them out. Just Google it. But I thought that was awesome, man. Really, really engaged with the community like that.
Well, it's like pulling teeth to get you to watch Star Wars.
Oh, gosh.
Tatooine National Park.
I don't know if I'm okay
I can't
with that.
believe
Someone's in pain right now. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this.
Tatooine National Park. I can't believe I almost tricked you with a sweatshirt.
That
That doesn't make
You
sense.
could've had a
Mark.
whole
Knock
thing
my
going.
teeth out. Jeez.
Oh,
You could have had a whole thing, gotten him to tell people, man, I really want to go to Tatooine National Park.
that'd
Like,
been
that would have
so
been great.
fun.
He really tried though. And
I tried.
I knew it was. Come on, I watched Star Wars. I love Star Wars since I was a kid. I got the Force. You utilize the Force.
Wow. Okay, that's good. I have Obi-Wan. My beautiful wife got me Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber for Christmas last year, and it's on the shelf and it's beautiful. Then my friend he got me the original VHS. I don't know where he found it, of the original Star Wars trilogy. And that's actually kind of rare because George Lucas was trying to bury all of it. Because he wanted to see the new tech and all the movies and stuff. So if you watch the newer ones on like Disney Plus or something, it's not the same as the other, the original, right? It's not the same movies. no one cares. Anna, you should care. Oh my goodness!
So
what your husband does?
My husband is part of the 501st, which is the Star Wars costuming group. So he actually has a stormtrooper outfit that is movie accurate.
Oh, cool.
Yep, that's the new stormtrooper helmet up there. But yeah, so he goes out and he does community events
it's so
for charity.
cool to do.
So yeah, it's great.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Definitely a Star Wars household.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun.
Well, one of our... I'm sorry.
I was going to say, what was your stipulation to get engaged?
That's exactly what I was going to mention. That's exactly what I was going to mention. You go ahead and tell the story.
So we were dating and, started, talking about the possibility of marriage. And he was like, I can't do it until you've seen Star Wars. Because I hadn't had I'd had one reason to look into it. I was in a play once where I had to play a very large, lazy cat. And the director kept telling me, be more like Jabba the Hutt. And I'm like, who? Be more like what? So I did have to go watch pieces of it for that. And I could not portray that. Jabba is just, he's one of a kind. I can't do it. So I did have to watch all of the ones that existed at that point to marry my husband.
Well, and I didn't say you had to love them. I just said I just wanted the honest opinion on each movie.
Wow, each movie.
They were cool.
There you go. Good response.
Do you remember when Taco Bell had all the Star Wars stuff when they were releasing episode one?
So cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so
my
cool. And you
goodness.
can win prizes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I would go and get
Little lightsaber keychain and stuff. Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, Jar Jar is my favorite.
Jar Jar Binks.
He's so funny.
Shaz ain't so
That's
sure
your new
about that
nickname, is Jar Jar Binks.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Shut down. Shut down. No.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're moving on. Okay, next event.
Nika can come back anytime she wants.
Boy.
That's great.
Well, I mean, we already talked about the CHA events. I think those are going to be vital for the community.
Yeah.
If you're a Silver Summit member, come on down and be a part of it. it's great that CHA is partnering with us in this way, and we're gonna have tables. So we're gonna have people there that you can talk to about. Liberty Dental will be there, and some other people,
some other resources.
So Liberty Dental is one of our partners.
Yeah.
So they provide a lot to us.
Well, they just what they just bring 600 kits, dental kits, right?
Oh, they're always giving us dental kits.
Yeah, they just tagged us. I saw that. It's amazing.
It's a huge thing that they do that for us. So thank you guys. But we're definitely working hard to reach the community with these events we're doing, and partnering with all sorts of different organizations. That's what this podcast is all about, is being united and being together as a community, right? Yep. I mean, this was Chaz and I's kind of brainchild originally. We just were talking back and forth, and we were like, man, we just need to work together as organizations. We just need to be able to have those conversations as organizations, and that's where this came from. Is that idea, that thought process. And Anna's here because of you, your comment. You said that the podcast was too guyish.
Yeah, I did say that.
And Anna's a killer. She's
too
awesome.
manly. With too much
that's what I said.
That's too manly.
Many buff guys.
Anna's awesome though. Anna does everything. Like seriously, having her on this podcast is so valuable.
Yes.
All the knowledge of what she has in the community, of the different partners we have, and the networking she's done for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. So thank you for that.
My hat I'm not wearing is off to you.
Oh, thank you. We're a team though. Couldn't do it without everyone.
Yeah, no, I love our board. I love what we do in the community. I love the volunteers and the leads we have, and that really is what makes Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet happen in the community, is these volunteers and these people that just believe in our cause.
I wish that the audience could see these cameras right now. It is so inspiring seeing the families out there and the volunteers serving them. And I mean, it really is an amazing organization. I did want to go ahead and recognize someone. Vera was a general manager for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet many years ago. I'm not sure how long ago, but her daughter or a family member actually messaged us and let us know that she did pass away. But she always talked about her time at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. So we just want to thank her for her service and supporting this organization, and really laying the groundwork and the foundation for what we are today.
Yeah.
And making it through those tough times way back then. So thank you to Vera's family. Thank you for your mother's service and your loved one's service. And we just we want to honor her. So we'll just take a moment of silence. And she probably wouldn't like the silence because she'd want us to just be having a good time. Because that's one thing I think we bring a lot of smiles and laughs to people's faces.
Well, and that's the whole. That's why I like what we have going on in this podcast. It's just conversations. How many people come in and say, "I'm not prepared. You didn't give me questions or anything." I'm like, "Well, this is just a conversation." And we're just inviting everyone else in our conversation.
I tell them I was scared of Dave too. It's okay. It's going to be all right.
You should be very afraid of Chaz Blackburn.
That was a pretty cool voice.
It's the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's all about being united and being together. Do you want to mention our little tagline?
Yeah, definitely. It's cheesy, but it's the truth. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And I think that's so important these days. A lot of people do a lot of talking and don't show the actions. And really, just by our actions and the kindness. Carrie from Forever 14 talked about that. Just doing acts of kindness and loving each other. And, it does make a huge difference. It has ripple effects.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. And it goes through the community. And that's what it's about, these conversations. So with that being said, let's move on to our community resource for this week. And if you watched that episode, I just want to apologize for the audio we had. That wasn't a great presentation for us. So thank you guys for just giving us grace and continually watching every week. That's huge.
And congratulations, Dave. I mean, you do all this work and you do the tech stuff. You've done an amazing job besides that one episode. We have to let it go. Sometimes it happens. But you do an incredible job. So all joking aside, thank you. And thank you to our viewers. This is the 12th episode. That's 3 months. That's a quarter
great.
of the year. That's huge.
So much fun. Much fun. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, and you guys are listening, and that's cool to see. It's cool to see those numbers, and to see just you as an individual wanting to come alongside us, because that's what matters, because every single person listening matters.
And please comment. It's live. Please put comments on there. If you know what National Day it is today, like the first episode was National Lemon Day
I have no
or
clue.
something that Andrea put on there. So,
All right, so
Anna,
let's
do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. You know almost everything.
let's dive into the community resource, Faith Academy.
Okay, I'm talking about Faith Academy.
Yeah, so why don't you tell us a little bit about the organization, what your goal is, and how you're helping some of the people in the community.
Yeah, so Faith Academy is a private exempt school here in Reno, Nevada. And initially we kind of started this idea because the director, Maddie, who you had a couple weeks ago, she was ready for something different. And like I kind of really started to see the need for something different. At the time I was working at an amazing preschool. Aaron, I said it was amazing because I love you. That's my old boss. And I loved it there, but it was becoming kind of scary to send our kids off into some of the situations going on. And so it started to like conjure in both of our hearts separately, like we need something different. And we kind of came together and this opportunity sort of built itself. Now, originally, our hearts were, let's just be like an affordable other option, like kids were on our hearts, but as we've built, we've seen the need for low income families to have a different option. Because all kids deserve to have an education that best suits them and to be given the tools to absolutely thrive in the world. And so we've really been kind of given this amazing opportunity to help lower income single parent home families with like help their children just have an amazing chance at education and social emotional learning and all the things that come with school.
I really like that. I'm a full-time single dad, and I wish that Faith Academy had been there back when Lily was in elementary, because I probably would have utilized your services. And I think in the school system these days, one size does not fit all. And that's where the discrepancies are, is people learn differently. I like that little analogy. They show a picture of like a monkey and a giraffe and then a fish, and they're like, whoever can climb the tree is getting an A+. And then, some of the animals are left out because they don't have those abilities.
Right.
So I really thank you for what you do, Nica, and the great organization that you guys run.
Yeah. Thank you, Nica. I mean, I said this in previous podcasts that my son actually went through private school, and for the same reason, we were looking for a different environment for him to learn in. And so a couple things. Thank you for having the private school available and to make it affordable for families, because we know that private school is not cheap. So if they can't afford to go to Faith Academy, I know you guys are trying to raise money to, provide them with that opportunity. So thank you.
Yeah, almost all of our students are sponsored in some kind of manner right now, which has been like a blessing. Like the community's really come together to, really make this possible for us to do. And just seeing the growth in the last 3 months of these kids, it's really like proving the good that we get to do at Faith Academy. It's been really cool.
And you look good while doing it.
Swish. Hey, it's the proof is in the pudding, as they say, but really seeing that difference in the kids, I bet that's really inspiring.
Yeah, no, I think it's huge what you guys do, and I'm glad I get to be a part of it too and help you however I can. And because I know for me, if there was that option growing up, I think it would have helped me a lot. I was not a great learner. I learned later that I'm an auditory learner. So I have trouble focusing on just a paper, or did when growing up. And I grew that skill, but honestly, I grasp concepts more when I hear them versus reading them. So for me, having the smaller class size with a teacher that was really trying to help figure out how I learned, because our school systems, are really one size fits all for everyone. They're really trying to fit everyone in that same category, and so you're able to work more one-on-one, right, in these smaller class sizes.
Absolutely, it's a really cool opportunity. And I have kids from all different kind of walks of education. Like I have one guy who I actually had him in preschool, and he's my buddy, but he's incredibly smart, but he's much more logical. So when you're talking to him, you have to like literally explain like, okay, this is why we're doing this. I know it seems not important right now, but I do have a reason. And he grasps that really well. And we're able to have like those kinds of one-on-one conversations to help him understand like, okay, this is why I'm doing the boring math. Whereas, I have another kiddo that, cannot read, and I have the opportunity to sit with her and work solely on that to get her where she needs to be. So it's, totally different walks of educational life, but, I get to help them all.
And you can definitely tell you're a teacher for those watching. Can you see her hands?
Caught red-handed.
Well,
She's caught.
that's not from work.
Heavy.
That's from our dog.
Oh, that's from our dog. Oh, I thought that might be from work.
No, this is
Painting.
Well, we have Lady Bird. She's a rescue, and likes to escape. There was a reason we had to rescue. So I had learned online if you color them with dog safe dye, it's dog safe, but they are less likely to be kept and stolen, and I do worry about that a lot. So we tested it on her tail today before I came in here, and it clearly works because it's on me. So.
That's funny. I was trying to give you props for being a good teacher. I guess not, huh?
No, I don't. I used paint once, and they all painted Grimace, and it was weird. So
I hear those so much because I talk to some of the parents and stuff that are involved in Faith Academy. I'm on the board there and helping with them with some stuff, more of a passive role, but helping a little bit, and the parents are always like so thrilled with that smaller class size, how there's that one-on-one interaction with teachers, and they said my kid needs it, and there are some kids in there that really do need it. Do you want to share any stories about any of those kids?
Yeah, so we're gonna share about a kiddo. We're gonna call her Isabella. We're not gonna share her real name, just for her privacy and protection and everything. But so Isabella's 7 years old, and she lives with her mom and 3 other siblings. And her twin also attends school. They're in my class, and I kind of adore them a lot. But let me just say, they're hilarious. Like, Isabella's really funny because she'll get, like, super sassy and be like, no, sit down. I'm doing your hair now. And I'm like, okay.
That's how Dave talks to me.
That's exactly how I talk to you.
And
sit down. I'm making you your coffee now.
Her sister, who I'll call, like, Annabelle, I guess, she is very obsessed with Grimace from McDonald's. And so...
All the kids are.
Yeah, she's hilarious about it. Like, I'll like incorporate stuff that they like into my lessons and stuff. And so I did like a math presentation that had Grimace in it, and she was like, "That's my husband." So they are great, amazing kids that just crack me up every day, and I absolutely love it. But so Isabella's mom currently works 3 jobs. However, due to an injury, she can only work 2 of those. And their family's just been through a ton. Mom recently had to have like emergency surgery as well. So we were kind of helping them out through that. They've been through homelessness, lack of food, sickness, and moving time and time again. She is such a sweet girl. And the amount of growth that I've seen, and particularly her, the first day of school, she got really upset and completely just like shut down and threw herself on the floor. And I'd never seen like an older kid do that. I'd worked with preschoolers, so I had seen it, but I was kind of shocked by her age. And now she's able to really talk through when she's upset. She was mad at me, particularly today, because she snuck some M&Ms to her desk. She hid them in a Slinky. It was quite clever, actually. Wow. But I caught it, and I was like, you know the rule about candy? Like, go put that away. And she started crying, but it took maybe like a minute for her to get over it. So coming from that place of like shutting down completely to like an appropriate reaction. Like, yeah, I got caught. I'm kind of mad at my teacher. I'm going to cry, but I got over it immediately. And so it's been cool to see her growth. But yeah, so that's the story.
When we talk about equality and everybody having access to that, it's sad because some of the families that need and could benefit from private schools the most, because of things like homelessness and being single parents, they can't afford it and don't have access. So this really should be a push for our community to empower some of these schools.
Yeah, no, and you guys are sponsoring so many of those kids, and I think that's beautiful. And that's really a good thing. And I know growing up, my family would not be able to afford any of this. And I mean, I had 4 siblings, so it was expensive to do a lot of things. So for us, it would have been huge to have this in the community.
We would look at, unfortunately, we've had 16 suicides in the last few months. I mean, that is just unacceptable. And I think some of the contributors are different elements. Obviously, it's very complex, but things like bullying, and being able to be in a smaller class size and make those connections, because connectivity is so important. That's one thing that Maddie had said, is you guys have a real opportunity, like you had just said, to really connect one-on-one and build those relationships. And then the kids also to be able to get those social skills to build those relationships. So it's a great thing. I think we really need more of it. I know the governor supports choice of school, which is great. And now we just need to see some funding, some based upon performance, like you were saying, Dave. I thought that was an excellent idea. And so maybe we need to reevaluate how our state funds it, because unfortunately we're almost last in the country or close to it.
Right.
And that's, we can do better. We have, Nevadans are awesome. They're strong. They're proud. They really care about each other most of the time. And so we need to step up our game and take care of our kids, because they're our future.
Yeah. So what would you, Nica, tell a parent who's considering private school right now, why is Faith Academy, what's the big thing that makes Faith Academy different than just sending your kid to a different private school or public school?
I think, number one, like we talked about the small class sizes, but I really think that the connections of our staff to these kids, like we really truly care about these kids. And we have, because of the way that we're running, we have the availability to kind of be that safe place, just like Chaz was talking about. A lot of kids with, horrific thoughts about themselves, they don't have anyone that they can trust to go to. And I think it's really important having, just being able in some capacity to have that relationship with your student, to where they can say like, hey, I'm having these thoughts and I don't know what to do. And you're a trusted person that, then can help them or can talk them through it or whatever. I think that's incredibly important. The way that our curriculum works is vertically aligned. So everything that they're learning next year really matters, learning this year really matters for next year, and will continue to matter up until, they graduate high school, if they were to keep with the same program. So that's a really cool piece as well, helping them academically and truly preparing them.
So if they attend Faith Academy and then they want to attend somewhere else, it doesn't screw them up?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Honestly, and I'm not tooting my own horn. This is what the curriculum people told me. But honestly, they'd probably come out ahead just with the way that it, has been created.
Right.
Because, some of the kids coming in kind of like it took them a minute to catch on, because it's just a little bit more ahead.
Right.
Also,
and then that's one of the things I wanted to mention for sure, because that was a concern when with parents, was like, okay, well, if I send them there, is it accredited? Do I then transfer out if I wanted to? Are they going to be okay?
Yeah. And I mean, I would say like, outside of, us as like a nonprofit mission, an important thing if you're considering private school is just asking, will my child thrive in it? Because some kids are completely built for the different kind of learning that public school can offer.
Yeah.
And, I don't have any negative things to say about, that sort of a situation. I just think it's important to build into those learning styles so all kids can have the chance to be successful.
You said single parents, right? A lot of them are single parents. And then so you guys have, and I love this, before and after school. So tell us about that. And B, I think it's important that, so in public school, you switch to a whole new group of people when you go to before and after school, but they get to stay with you from beginning to finish, correct?
Yes. Okay. So yeah, we do have our own before and after school program. Our director, Macy, has done a fantastic job of, really making a great before and after school environment. And it's all staffed by us. So she works, directly with us. It's not a different person coming in. So all of her values are the same. She's able to really productively help with their schoolwork and stuff that they need, as well as, giving them a fun thing to do after school.
Right. And so let's also talk then numbers. How much does it cost to send your kid to Faith Academy? Because this part really matters. And also with the before and after school program. Because this is not, the cost is very different than most private schools.
So our tuition is $550 a month. And, that was kind of figured out by just looking at other private schools and thinking like, okay, what would be, the most that I could do just as a person. And, but most of our kids actually don't pay tuition. So we're mainly funded by donations. So the tuition is an option, because we want to accept anybody, but the majority of our kids are on donations. And then,
right, but not everyone is sponsored. There are sponsored kids, which is awesome.
Almost everyone is, but yeah, right now.
I that is such a low price when you look at other private schools.
And what does that compare to other ones in the area?
you're probably, most of them will run anywhere from, I want to say like $6,000 a year to anywhere between 10 and 20 grand, just depending on where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
I mean,
of them are
it's a big
huge.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the price, mainly just pays for the heating and the teachers. Like that's, it doesn't
Right.
go to much else.
Right.
That's
You guys
amazing.
aren't about making a huge profit. You're a nonprofit, so you guys aren't about that.
And you guys accept school donations, right? Like school
Yes.
supplies. Sorry, not
Yes,
school
we do.
donations. We'll take schools too.
Take a school. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll take a school. That'd be great.
I think Anna was going to
Yeah,
say
no,
something.
I think that's a great story. Thanks for sharing, Isabella and Annabelle. I
Yeah,
think
sure.
they're sister. But their stories are great, and I can tell your passion for being, doing what you're doing. So thank you, and I think it's a great opportunity for us, kids that cannot thrive in a public school environment. I mean, no fault of public schools
Right.
because it's great, but having 35 plus kids in a classroom, you can't get to know every single one of them and the challenges they face. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Appreciate you sharing that.
Yes.
Thank you.
So where can people find out more information and contact you guys?
They can do both of those things at faithacademyreno.org.
And shout out to Denise for saying thank you all. And thank you for watching, Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Awesome. So yeah, faithacademyreno.org. Great. And if people want to donate financially, is that where they go?
Yes, and there's a couple of ways that you can do so. We do a raffle every single week, so if you kind of want, something fun in return, we do what's called a 5 Raffle Friday. So every Friday, I awkwardly go on Facebook Live, and I'm like, this person won this thing, and it's been really great.
That's awesome, though.
Do you know who came up with that idea?
No, I don't. And
She's sitting right there.
But
I thought it was Dave.
I told you I stole it from her.
Well, thank you,
oh
Anna.
no, I'm glad it's working.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're
no.
doing it. I haven't started yet here, but
That was her idea. yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, it's gone great. And we've, Dave and I, I do want to kind of share this place. So Dave and I spent this last October working for Dark Corner Haunt, which is like a haunted house locally. And when I kind of cried out and said, hey, I need things for this raffle, like tons of people from that community jumped in and wanted to help us out. So, huge thanks to Dustin and Holly for helping out Faith Academy. Other ways you can help are if you would, if you have a heart for a specific student, we do offer sponsorship towards specific students. So like we said, it takes $550 a month for each student to come, but it's kind of an anything help situation. You can offer $20 a month towards that student, and that goes, indirectly into their education and, keeping them warm, because that's kind of important in the building.
It's getting cold now.
Yeah, it's really chilly. And then we are doing tons of fundraising events as well. We have a thing going on with Raising Canes over by UNR, where if you show our flyer and you buy dinner or lunch there, part of that goes to us.
Yeah, and I think Maddie said you didn't have to show the flyer for this one.
Oh, okay.
You,
Maddie's in charge of talking to Raising Canes.
That's what she told us
Yeah,
the
so-
last time.
Do you just mention us?
Yeah.
Okay, mention Faith
Isn't
Academy.
this your school? Isn't this your school?
I'm in charge of the marketing and the safety and the teaching of the second graders.
that's great. Right next to UNR, tons of UNR students go to Raising
Yes,
Cane's.
so-
yeah.
So if you're watching this or listening, definitely go and participate in this fundraiser. I think this would be a very good thing, and you can get Raising Canes. I mean, what are we going to get?
French fries.
We're
and
going to get
toast.
French fries?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time we ever went to Raising Cane's, we accidentally went a day before the one in South Reno opened, and they opened the doors for us. They let us in. I don't know why, but they were like, "Welcome to Raising Cane's," and it felt like I was walking into Jurassic Park, and there was a disco ball. So
All the way over.
That sauce, there is nothing like that sauce. It is so good.
Great. Yeah, well,
I don't like
So
the
when
sauce.
is- when is that fundraising? Oh, sorry.
No, you
when
go-
is
you
that
finish your thought. I
When
forgot.
is that event?
Thursday.
This Thursday.
believe so.
I'll let my son know. He lives right next door.
I don't know.
I think it's on Thursday.
This is your
By
idea.
the-
Maddie's on Thursday.
By the way, I looked up what day it is globally, and it is Global Vegan Day. So congratulations,
Oh.
Dave.
I'm not a vegan.
Yeah, we're vegetarians.
Vegetarian.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dang it.
There's a difference.
Well,
But,
never mind. Any vegans
to all
out there,
you-
happy vegan day.
Happy Vegan Day. Davey
man.
Havoc's a vegan. I don't think he listens, but
No,
Well,
probably not.
happy vegan day, Davey Havoc.
Lead singer of AFI. Yeah.
Who?
That's oh my.
oh my gosh, Chaz.
Oh my goodness.
Just lost 2 friends.
Oof.
Well, Nica was never my friend, but Dave
Oh,
was. No, she never. I would be her friend, but she doesn't like me. I'm just teasing.
Wow, we're getting real in here. This is. It was already feeling warm. Light.
It's really hot here now.
Now it's really hot. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to find out more, thank you for listening too. Actually, the majority of people listen after. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing in the community. If you want to find out more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, please visit getclothes.org. And there you can hit the donate button. And you can sign up for our 600 at 20 program. What that is we're asking 600 people to donate $20 a month. Without that program, we would not be open today. So it is huge that people are a part of that. Thank you for being a part of it if you are. It really is the lifeline for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. We give away over $70,000 worth of clothing every single month, and that number is actually rising right now. So it's cold, and we need coats, we need jeans, we need all sorts of fun stuff.
Blankets.
If you wanted to donate it, blankets, absolutely. And so please consider donating that blanket or that coat if you're like, I'm going to go get a new one at Shields. They do deals all the time. Black Friday's coming up. Go to get yourself a new nice coat on Black Friday and then donate your old one to us as long as it's clean and gently used. And we are just so thankful for the community and you guys coming alongside what we're doing. We have some really, really cool announcements coming out pretty soon that our board is really excited
let's just
about.
tell them. Just kidding.
So
they both were like staring at me. I was like, don't you dare.
don't you dare.
And thank you for all the organizations that have reached out wanting to do a winter coat drive, blanket drive. So thank you so much. We do have bins we can bring out to your location. So thank you. We have a huge need for that this winter. We don't know what this winter is going to be like, but if it's anything like last year, we're going to need a lot.
I saw online
supposed to
someone
be worse.
said it's someone said it's supposed to be worse.
Yeah.
Who said that? Where are they right now?
Nika's going to find you.
I will find you. and I will take
Who
you
did
out.
the coat drives? Chewy, right? And then who else?
So Anthem.
Anthem.
Yep,
Awesome. Thank you guys. Shout out.
And then the Rehab Center, Reno Rehab Center.
Awesome.
They just finished up theirs.
And the Automobile Museum.
Automobile
Yes,
Museum.
that's
Yeah,
right,
there's quite a few.
And the Automobile Museum, they still have our barrel there until the end of the month.
nice.
So
Awesome.
until tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. So donate those coats there. That's a great place to do it. Or here on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 10 and 2. Thank you guys so much for being a part of it and being a part of this community. We help 700 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you sitting right there, to come alongside and help one. See you guys next week. Thank you guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.